The first time you launch Logic Pro, either from your dock or from the Finder, you'll most likely be presented with the project chooser, which looks something like this. Now, I've got a few custom folders here with my own templates in here, which you obviously won't have, but you'll have these. Now, it's a good idea to open up these factory templates, and you can look around and see how Logic is set up for different genres and different uses and get some ideas on how you might want to work or set up your own templates. And they're good to explore. But what I'm going to do for this series is start with a new empty project so that we can look at building up a project from scratch. Now, we have two types, empty project and live loops, which opens a live loops grid. And we'll look at that later in this series. For now, we're going to select empty project. There are a few parameters here you can set. And most of these, if not all, can be changed once your project is already created. So it's not critical that you get these right. But let's check use musical grid, which means the bar ruler will be subdivided into bars and beats, and I'll show you that in a moment. You can select an initial tempo, key signature, time signature, but again, all this can change. Although if you do have an idea, you can start with the right values. And your audio devices can be set here, as well as the sample rate, and the defaults are going to be fine to go with. So I'm going to hit choose, and it creates a new empty project, and I'm presented with this new tracks dialog box, which asks me what kind of tracks I want to start out with. Now, your settings might look a little different than this. Probably your output will just say output 1, 2, and your input, I have mine labeled, but it'll probably just say input 1. And let's ignore the rest of these for the moment and just leave it set at 1. And we're going to select audio, and I'm going to go create. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at an audio track. And an audio track is used to either playback, record, or edit an actual audio recording, meaning either a microphone plugged into your interface or an electric guitar plugged in, where you record a guitar, drum, voice, something like that, but an actual recording of live audio. Now, all tracks in Logic are routed to channel strips. Now, we can look at the channel strips in the mixer. I'm going to go to view here, and I'm going to go show mixer. And this is the first key command you're going to learn, which is X. And it opens up the mixer on the bottom. And here's the audio 1 channel strip that is associated with this audio 1 track. And this was automatically created. Now, a lot of DAWs don't differentiate between tracks and channel strips. They're synonymous. But in Logic, we differentiate between the two because it's possible to set up and have multiple tracks all playing through the same channel strip. Now, this isn't a thing you want to do every day, and it's more for advanced users, and you might never do it. But it's important to understand that since it's kind of the core foundation that Logic is built on, we have data that plays back here through the track and then to the channel strip. So a channel strip is a virtual representation of a channel strip on a mixing console. So each channel strip has similar controls like volume slider, mute button, solo button, pan knob, etc., and other fields, which we'll get into in more detail. But that's the channel strip. Now I'm going to hit this plus button here to bring back this new tracks dialog box. And I'm going to select software instrument. And the fields look a little bit different. And again, I'm just going to leave this at 1, and I'll set this to stereo output 1, 2. And I'm just going to leave this as empty for the moment. And I'm going to go create. And now we have another track here and another channel strip that's created. Now, the idea is that we load a software instrument into a software instrument channel strip or track. And then we record note data on here, and the notes play back, triggering the sounds of the software instrument that are on the track. And again, we can have multiple tracks playing through the same software instrument channel strip. So here's a quick review. The horizontal rows in the main workspace are tracks that contain regions, either MIDI or audio, and they're routed to channel strips, which are a virtual representation of a mixing console. And we have different types of tracks. We have audio tracks that's used for playback, recording, and editing of audio, and those are routed to audio channel strips. And then we have software instruments, also sometimes called soft synths or virtual instruments or soft samplers, that play back through software instrument channel strips, and those play back MIDI data, and they trigger the sound of the software instrument. We'll continue with more in the next video.